Hello again. It's been a week and 2 days, and I have to say that this time I feel really comfortable with talking straight to the camera. Because I've been playing with my stream, and I got it up and working, and I'm getting used to it. So it now feels like a lot less of a hassle to be talking to you. So I actually want to make these every week or so. But I mean, we'll see. So, what have I been up to? Well, I'll just open up the calendar and I'll tell you. So, I know that on Monday or on Tuesday, I uploaded a couple more demos, which are mostly English. And they are both American and British, and they are both commercial and narration. So, I've uploaded those. I've put them up on all the sites that I could. I send them out to a couple of studios, and I even sent them out to a couple more that I found myself, not just the ones that Kevin Clogger recommended. So, how did it go? A couple of them responded, most of them didn't. The few that did mostly told me that yeah, the situation is not great and there's not a lot of work right now. Not unexpected. Uh, there was one that actually invited me to record in their studio so they could have it on their quality, on their level of quality, which was nice. So I went there. I did a couple of recordings on a text that they gave me, a couple of texts, both in Slovak and in American. I requested one British take as well. And overall, they had really positive feedback. Like, they were happy with most of the first tries, first takes. I did one or two more just because they said, oh, let's have two and we can choose so you can do an extra style, which was really nice. And sometimes I asked for another take because I felt like it was good. But overall, it took 15 to 20 minutes. I read the text to myself, then we recorded them. They were really happy, and I was like feeling good about the text, you could say, as well. And then I just left. It was all in all, it was a 20-minute recording, and it was in the center of Prague near Národní Třída, which I went out and used public transport for the first time since the outbreak. And I have to say, like, it was strange. And the mask was not, it wasn't comfortable, and I was overheating under it. So I have to say that I really, like, real props to people that have to go through that a lot, because it's not comfy at all. Otherwise, I'm just staying at home with my girlfriend, and I have to say that I've been practicing a lot of video editing and streaming. So I've set up the stream, as I said, and finally got everything working. And after all the failed tries of trying to set it up, finally having it up and working and in pretty good condition is like such a good feeling. Like, it feels like the time and investment didn't go to waste. Like, I actually got something out of it. I'm getting dividends, you could say. So I'm streaming games that we play pretty much every evening, which is Dota 2 and a mod on Dota 2. I play with a couple of friends just to not miss social contact as much, because otherwise we're totally isolated. You can find the stream down below in the doodly doo. I'll link it there. And I've set up some social accounts and started working on editing videos, because I think that editing videos is a good skill to have, and I want to be making videos anyway. So I just decided that, hey, why not? I'll start practicing it. And my god, like, the first video I tried to make took half an hour to render, and I had to do it 8 times before I finally got it rendered correct. Because the first 2 times something failed, and I had to like delete a couple of files, get the backup, do it again, then something was missing, the canvas was too big, so there were like corners, or it didn't fit into like the full screen, then something else was missing, then something else was like laggy. All in all, like, it took me 8 hours. So, like, frustrating, but I got there at the end. I started at 10 a.m. and I got it at 5 p.m. Today, I woke up, I did that for yesterday's stream, and I got it in an hour. So it felt great. Just the fact that I now know how to do it pretty fast. I've also started working on photo editing and like these compilations of, just editing photos, adding text, adding a couple of icons and stuff like that. Just really basic stuff. But knowing where those tools are and how to make those like thumbnails, for example, that feels good as well. So that's great. And then just the fact that I'm getting it going. I feel like I'm setting up the routine and getting used to it, which is kind of important because now that there's not much work outside, I have to find as many sources of like potential income, but mostly just exposure as I can because we're on a clock, I feel, and I need to get it up before we run out of the backup money, you know? So otherwise, like my main sources right now are Fiverr and Upwork and just emails and other sites like that. But I've got like 200, maybe 300 euros out of them for the whole month. So it's a start. If next month goes better, then we're already halfway through. So that would be great. But otherwise, I have to hope that, next month kicks off. Or the studios find me, or I'll find more clients, or there'll be more work because, like Fiverr will give me a badge of level 1 or something. So I'm still a little nervous. It feels a lot better than having nothing. And the internal motivation is really important. I'm going to do a podcast, which I finally now feel like I can do. I'll probably do it right here like this in front of the web camera, and I'll just export the audio and put it up everywhere else. So it'll be on YouTube and then all the podcast sites as well. So that feels great. And then, just playing with my stream, playing with a couple of videos and doing jobs over the day. And then at night, just playing games and, just keeping sane, which is like, I thought it would be easier. It's not hard. It's just, I thought it would be effortless. But it does take a certain amount of effort to like not feel isolated, feel too much at home, feel too antisocial. Because even though I'm kind of an introvert, I do like going outside with people, and not having that option is very different. Like if I had the option and chosen not to go outside, that would have been fine. But because I can't even choose, that's where I feel most of the trouble starts. So what else? Our dog is learning a couple more commands, and it feels like she's more obedient. So other than that, I don't really have much to share. Just more of the same. I've got the stream set up. I've got a couple of videos that I can make now, and I feel like not much has changed. So anticipation is the word of the day here, where I'm hoping for more work, and as more work comes in, it should be more of a testament to what I can do, and then hopefully more work comes in from that. So, slow start, and then exponentially it'll go up, hopefully, but like the timing is, you can never change that, I guess. It's not the best, but we just have to live with what we got. So focusing on online these days, I recommend you the same. If you can, start something, learn something new, learn something cool, learn how to run a site, learn how to post, like in regular intervals, and then keep up at that. I guess it's not like the most useful at first glance, but I do feel that a free source of exposure is good for almost anything you do. Whether you're an employee or an employer or just a freelancer or just have a hobby. Like free sources of exposure seem to be quite good. So that's my tip of the day, I guess. Hope you're doing fine. Please stay safe, keep healthy, and, see you on the stream, I guess. Or next time. Take care.